All right.
Hi, Maurice. Hola. Buenos dias and noches. Bonjour and buongiorno. Welcome in. Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hey, let's stick to English. Most of us struggle enough with that. Welcome to Pressing Issues. And Leslie, we have a man with a novel solution to the problems of public safety in Vice City. A solution so stupid, I cannot bring myself to explain it for him. Yet, like breakdancing, it is sadly catching up.
That's a pretty fast car.
A man who appears on this fine show because our previous know-it-all panelist was carjacked and is now at home arming himself to the teeth.
Where the hell am I going? Oh yeah. God damn.
How y'all doing? Indeed.
Hold on a second.
Before we get started, gentlemen, let me remind you...
I used to grow that stuff in the backwoods of Missouri. Hoo-wee, I tell you what.
Yes, thank you. I expect you to listen to each other, and I will only step in where necessary so people on the air...
Of course, nobody wants to fucking talk to me all day. Until I start streaming.
And when in doubt, use the smell test. That's so important, I think, don't you? So, Congressman, let's start with you. Crime is up. People are scared to walk the streets. Nobody is taking public transportation. Police morale is at an all-time low. Everyone is killing and maiming and giving each other the finger, metaphorically speaking. Do you think the government is...
I don't have a suit on, but I guess I'll do this.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Put it out. There's a dude here. Hey, suit dude, I guess you're the new owner.
Yeah, Tommy's not wearing a suit.
Which one of the boats is the fastest? It's already in the water, dude. I thought you might want to try her out. Dude, she's already running with a 300 horsepower engine.
The fiberglass hull, she just shoots through the waves.
She can do like 0 to 60 in 4 seconds flat, dude.
She can hold like 20 bales of the best Jamaican smoke right in the hull.
So go ahead, dude. She's ready to fly.
Yo, suit dude.
What? I need him to get my union.
We are not talking about me. This is Pressing Issues, not Pressing Maurice.
Yes, excuse me if I may. Can we get to the part where we press the issue?
See, that's what's wrong with this city. Liberals just want to open the floodgates, let anyone in and make you, the ordinary, hard-working men and women, pay for the pleasure. Well, you have my permission to beat them with sticks. We won't prosecute. You'd be doing us all a favor. Free love, wig out, don't work, make love in the field, and listen to rock and roll or whatever you call it. Meanwhile, Crayshaw, I know your father. He's made a lot of money, which makes him a great person, but for every good conservative, they end up having some wacko commie kid just back from a vacation in the Orient who wants to share. Go take that sharing business to Cuba, Canada, or somewhere. I don't have a trust fund or a rich daddy. I know what it is to be poor, to look at the world from the other side. I slept my way.
I hate when it happens.
If you two would stop hooting and carrying on, I have a plan that will save Florida from the yellow-bellied snakes that want to slither into this great state from all places north.
Oh, look. Stump-jumping Jethro is using all 3 of his brain cells to talk.
Enough! We've just started and you have proved yourself, Mr. Shrub, to be just as they said. I grant you, 1980 was not a high point in my career, but I never applied for a sex change. I was merely in an exploratory phase, and besides which, Saul the wheat-free clown was a funny act. Once voted best up-and-coming dietary restricted comic act in the whole of Vice City. I tried to take it to the Catskills, but Mount Scary Lodge was full. Besides, We are not talking about me. We are talking about you.
Actually, if I remember correctly, you didn't.
Oh, I'm still gonna try to
Meat-free mime one. In fact, under legislation, I am proposing all of
pass
you
the mission, but I don't
vegetarians
think
would
I
be
can,
kicked out of Vice
because I
City.
took so
We
long
were
to
given canines
go
and
over those ramps.
bicuspids for a reason. The open packages of potato chips.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I always hated that bitch. What's funny about a woman not eating a hamburger? Or miming saving a chicken from the slaughteurer's hands? Or her big act, I am a milk cow, a lactating machine for your breakfast cereal. How do you think a little kitty enjoyed that on his birthday? Not very much. There were tears, not laughter. I can assure you, vegetarian performance art must be stopped.
Jumping Jehoshaphat on a pogo stick. You city slickers got more issues than a newsstand.
I don't know anybody that gives a shit that thing about my uncle with me
What? Is there a corn on the cob
trying to get a hold of my mom to let her know he died. I managed to get a hold of her this morning.
Hey, be nice, man. I just wanted to talk a little politics.
And she was cool with it. It was like I kind of suspected they'd already made their peace.
Especially you, Shrub. I've got my eye on you. Public confidence is at an all-time low. Nobody feels safe anymore. Just the other night, I saw a man running amok with a gun shouting he needed to defend himself. Gun sales are up, book sales are down. What do you think, John F. Hickory? Please, press the issue.
All right, that's better.
Did I make it? I will find out.
People are...
Oh, I did.
I and my organization propose we take Florida out of... We start anew as our own country and ban people from Missouri or Kentucky or Philadelphia or any of them fancy places from setting foot on our soil.
You think what? Have you been snorting blocks? Have you read the Constitution?
Yeah, I sure have. It talks about freedom. Freedom for Florida from the stench of people moving here to retire or going on vacation. Build your own damn theme park in your own damn state. Florida theme parks is for Florida people only. That's what I say. I mean, I don't go to Alabama to visit a theme park, so why do they come here?
Mr. Hickory, your views are a little extreme. Plus, I don't believe there are theme parks in Alabama.
Then they should stop coming down my way and build redneck land or whatever. Damn redneck hicks ain't got no class. My views ain't extreme.
There's not
They're
theme parks in
common sense,
Alabama?
And what a lot of people would say if they have the guts. If you keep letting people immigrate here from all over the so-called United States, guess what? There's no more room. We'll be piled on top of each other like they are in Australia. What we're gonna do soon is build a river. A river of freedom. A river of hope. A river which runs from the coast to coast and cuts us off from the 47 states of wastrels and bad influencers to the north. We are going to cut Florida off from the mainland of our oppressors and float out to sea.
Oh my God, we are like so lost.
Let's see, do the boats burst into flames? I guess not.
Saying is a very naughty thing, and only because here on pressing issues do we believe so wholeheartedly in free speech are we allowing it.
It's the truth, my friend, the damn truth. And before you start, I am not a racist. I hate everybody, irrelevant of other
Last time I did this, I
especially
was
hate Yankees, by which I mean anyone
doing
from
the
Georgia
Sunshine
or
Auto
further north.
missions.
Build your own theme parks, buy your own sun, grow your own damn mosquito-infested swamp, pal. We're gonna build ourselves a river. FBI, CIA, I don't give a damn.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, just one car? Saber. Cool. Better go find one of them.
I got those clothes you want. I won't, George.
Tell the police about this.
Find a park to meditate in. Someone brings in a bulldozer and builds condos. The madness must stop.
So you suggest we just stop making babies? People need a place to park their boat, trailer, and put their swimming pool. You're beginning to sound red, and by that I mean you prefer a hammer and sickle over a hamburger.
I'm not little. I'm 5'5". It's time
Okay,
for
gotta find a
corporations and all
saber.
of capitalism to step aside for naturalism. You're not saving this planet. You're spending it. Your credit is no good here. We can't afford to loan you any more of our nature. Those are our trees. I only wish I could be around a little longer to enjoy it. I feel so old. Someone must take my legacy. I must train a little me.
How old are you?
I'm 23, but I feel much older and wiser. I know everything.
You hit me!
I've seen a lot of the world.
What does the rest of the world have to tell us about how to do things? Build more trains? Have people elect their leader rather than an elite electoral college? Ride a bike to work like a Girl Scout? Or a clown with dietary concerns? No thanks, Vladimir.
I'll agree with that. People from other countries are good for nothing. That's why we have to keep teaching them a lesson. I tell you what makes a real man. A truck to pull stuff and a couch to think on.
I'll tell you. Speaking as a sensualist, and by that I mean a very narrow-minded, id-centered man of peace and travel, I recently went to Europe. I think everyone should see it for a week. You really see what's wrong with this country when you visit a European utopia.
Damn.
Things like a journey, public transportation, healthcare, leather shorts, mustaches. When I went to Belize, I helped some villagers clear some land for an environmentally friendly coal mine. We've all got to make some sacrifices if we're going to get anywhere. My dad gave me the money to set up an exciting trust stand.
But how does that help the people in Vice City from worrying about whether they're gonna get robbed? What drives a man to just take?
What we need are more after-school sports like choir or drama so people can learn to express themselves properly by singing or pretending to be a tree. Have you ever heard a whale sing? It's a lonely form of beauty and some very ancient wisdom, helping people to help themselves with drama and choir and flowers and my dad's money.
Listen, trust fund Tommy, your ideas are pathetic. It's no wonder that mankind has woken up one day to find me.
We've seen taxes go up by 20% and services decline.
Nobody is interested in your statistics, Chavez. Let me tell you something, pal. I'm better than that. I will not, I shall not, I cannot stoop to your level. They
See,
assured me
usually
this
I
was a
always see
show
one
that
of those in
understood
this
politics,
parking
where we
lot.
could debate things mano a mano. And I find myself having statistics
Oh,
hurled at me like
yeah,
so
I want
much
this time.
stale confetti. We cannot boil people down to numbers. You have no idea, my friend, what it takes to serve, the sacrifices I've made to help my country, to help Vice City. The complexity of government, the hideousness of my wife, and the way her thighs grow like our national debt. Oh, sure, some people like that, but not...
Here we are. Thought I'd find one over here.
And with that outrageous revelation, let's take a quick break to tell you something very informative. You're listening to Pressing Issues on Vice City Public Radio. Over to you, Jonathan.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Jonathan Freeloader and you're listening to VCPR. This portion of Pressing Issues is brought to you by Ammunition, a proud supporter of public radio and our community. We hope you're enjoying Pressing Issues and the way it challenges your view of society. Unfortunately, public radio in Vice City is under pressure. That's because we're better than everyone. You can't hear this kind of hard-hitting, long, drawn-out programming anywhere else. But you have to give money.
That's right, Jonathan. Money is important.
I'll see how
It can be
far
exchanged
down
for
this
goods
way
and
I can
services,
go.
like getting a hip replacement or funding a starving child in Australia.
I feel all covered with flies right now. Call us. Pledge your money. Give 10% of your income. That's all we ask. And for that, you know everyone can be educated on the important things we discuss on VCPR.
10% is a really small amount. I remember when I was volunteering in Central America to make myself appear less shallow, the native peoples would give you 10% of their land for a pair of mirrored sunglasses, and they would run around me saying chicle, chicle, which is Espanol for pretty woman. It was very spiritual, like waves.
Absolutely. But remember, this radio station could disappear. The voice of unprofitable radio could be silenced. One day you wake up, roll over, and she's gone. You go into the kitchen, there's a note scrawled, the sound of a taxi leaving in the distance, a thunderstorm rolls in. It's a metaphor for my haircut, or this pledge drive.
Yes, the pledge drive. Become a member. Only members or people with radios can listen to this radio station. Now back to Pressing Issues.
Shouldn't we give out the phone number?
Like I tell the children at the library I volunteer at, look it up yourself. No, you can't go to the bathroom, and stop crying.
That's good advice. Now, back to Pressing Issues.
Welcome back to Pressing Issues with me, Maurice Chavez. On our panel, we got the secessionist lunatic, John F. Hickory. liberal rich kid Callum Clayshaw, and neo-fascist Congressman Alex Shrub. Gentlemen, welcome back. Let's start with you, Mr. Hickory. Why the F?
For Florida. I'm a patriot. I've even got an orange grove.
Forget about it, Mario. I never
Mario,
asked your sister,
Lord,
but
you
I
gotta
wouldn't
listen
do
to
that.
this one, man.
Forget about it. You're off. I got those clothes you want.
Oh, sports cars. Maybe I don't have one. I guess I don't. But I did.
Hey, this isn't your driveway, pal. It's no good. I'll see you again, my friend. I hope. Bye.
Myself, I'm not afraid. The Constitution asserts a man's right to bear arms and arm bears and all points in between. And whoever heard of a gun?
Hey, Mario, easy. I told myself, Mario, take it what hardware we got. Give me a break. I hate that woman. What should I do about her? Hey, this is my livelihood. What are you doing?
Locking and not a hope. It's simple. If you don't have a job, starve. Get out of my constituency. By force if necessary, and starve.
That is quite simple. Are you really saying that?
Of course I am. Vice City is a growing city. Of course, there are going to be some growing pains. Well, what I tell people is this. Gather up your life savings. But
What do you think you're doing?
inspired moving and enjoy the kind of things sensible people have. Personal bodyguards, massive fences, and a bigger collection of guns than the other guy. It stands to reason.
No, 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 no. Keep them out of here. We do not want any more old folks. If there are any old people listening, go back to your homes. Florida does not want you. Please, die somewhere else. What's wrong with Nevada or Kansas? We want a river. We need
Kansas
a river.
sucks.
The Freedom River.
I'm not
And what
sure,
about
but
the
I'm
other
just
crimes?
assuming.
It seems car crime, fashion crime, drugs, everything is on the rise.
Alright, let's see what else we can find.
She always give me a hard time. I never asked your sister out. I got those clothes you want. Forget about it, Mario. What are you doing? Oh, that
Move that piece of shit up. Oh, man. That was just my ride. Oh. I know you didn't like it.
Hey, Mario, I told myself. I never asked your sister. Give me a hard time.
Let's see if another one shows up.
What should I do with myself, Mario? Forget about it, Mario.
Hey, it's Tommy, man. You know I've been lost. What's going on?
You did what?
Heavy on the poodles. You know what I mean, Mike?
Now, run away before you get hurt.
No school, no tax.
Well, let's not head over to Starfish Island.
Everyone. Sophisticated entertainment.
Yes, well, what about the little guy? What about the guy who is standing there saying, I like being part of America. I like it a lot. I get public radio. I can hear Maurice Chavez. I own a small one-bedroom home. A business selling flowers to people stuck in traffic. 3 or 4 radios, all turned on to VCPR. A dog. 15 ice cubes. But...
I mean, what kind of absent-minded youth from a poorer background is going to spend his time stealing things and posing in silly clothes.
That
He
cop's
could be
after
getting
somebody.
ahead with a minimum wage job and making his parent proud. The dream of America is to live in a duplex and share a yard. Why would anyone want to threaten that great future? Answer me that and I'll show you a green dog.
And speaking for the underdog, the foundation I set up with my trust fund, we believe gangs are a valid expression of a people's identity, a grouping, a community within a community. Gangs are a way to be noticed in the boxy suburbs. You scream out, rather than urinate at the edge.
What's next? We got like, Comet, Cheetah. Comet, Phoenix, and Cheetah. Okay.
What the hell are you doing? Muévete, idiota.
Yo, be easy. Yo, you got it. You got it. Yo, stay away from me.
Man having his motorcycle stolen. What about him?
Or her. Some of the best bikers are really women. Anyone can join our group. This is about poor people getting together.
But your father owns half of Florida. How are you part of the working class?
Like I said,
Start running now.
You blocking up traffic. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's going on?
real smart solution to war. We called it peace.
Your father is a great man. He's done more for the arms
Yeah,
trade in this
just a
state than
comment and a
anyone
cheetah.
else, myself included. And you shame him with this socialist, jiggery, pokery hootenanny. America needs hope, not songs that are supposed to send food to the poor.
Okay, Comet and Phoenix.
What should I do about her? I hate that woman. What are you doing?
I'm going to beat the crap out of you, man. Crazy, man. This is like my office dinner.
In a century and a half.
Yo, my man, you blocked up the street.
Out of the vehicle.
Yo, I'll sell you anything you
Maurice?
Not to say
Looks like the guy stole this cab back.
Mr. Grayshaw, how do we stop people running amok in the city with machine guns and heavy artillery?
You've got to give a man a chance.
Okay, so now we just need a Comet.
Dumb bastard. Give me a break, Dave. Don't push the Mario man.
Get back here, you asshole! Give me that fucking car! I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker when I finally get a hold of him.
I ain't a big mouth, no balls kind of guy. It was only gonna end like this. How am I supposed to finish my job now, huh? Crazy, man. This is like my office dinner.
Call me back because my voice didn't break until I was 19.
Hello, Mr. Shrub. I take it you don't believe in regulation.
I believe in giving people a chance, not tying them down with lots of needless regulations. The
What am
fact
I-
is,
oh,
business
yeah,
is
Comet.
run by moral people who won't do anything illegal or try to get rich quickly.
But since you got elected, my city has been characterized by a government who cut aid to the poor, offered tax breaks to the rich, and paid people to dump toxic waste near schools.
Yes, we've made a lot of progress.
And up on Capitol Hill, you were instrumental in pushing through a bill allowing the manufacture and sale of giggle cream, a dessert with potential lethal consequences.
Not true. Only 23 people have died, and several of them probably deserved it.
So,
Hey, yo, be easy, man, yo!
And pretty soon people will forget all about it. I'll remind people that I have a great haircut, and that under my stewardship, Vice City has had on average 15% better weather than before, while crime rates only go up if you don't turn the graph upside down. Turn it upside down, and they have halved under me, Alex Shrub. Vote Shrub for president, and you'll have a friendly face in the White House. A man you can trust. A local man who likes golf and laughing and photo opportunities at your store or place of business. Just send me a letter. I'll send you an automated photocopied response. We call it democracy, and that's where the money goes.
Just a minute.
Don't interrupt. Let me finish. This man won't let me speak. You, Shorty, shut up and let me speak. I'm taller than him, ladies and gentlemen, by at least 3 inches, which means I'm a lot more respectable looking. Everyone knows politicians lie and steal and cheat, but at least with me in charge, you know I look good and I have a very supercilious manner. Besides which, I've been abroad and I prefer it here because I'm a man of the people.
I've always been a dude.
Vote Shrub. You'll get richer and you won't feel guilty about it.
Enough! We're running out of time, and you completely failed to answer the question.
I'm a professional. That's my job.
And Mr. Hickory, what about you?
All right. These problems are typical of what happens with an open border to the north. The state is filling up with trash. People who can't tell the difference between a swamp and a marsh. Guys who don't know the first thing about the legality of marrying within the family. That's why we need a river. People, I'm telling you, pick up your spades, go into your garden, start digging as deep and as far as you can. Pretty soon, the whole state will be flooded and ruined, and then...
I hope for your sake I don't catch you. Wait a minute! There goes the neighborhood. Nice late
Uh-oh. Cops are after me.
This week in Vice City as part of their world tour. Bring your lighters and a spare pair of panties. I know I will. We'll be right back on
And the cops are like
these messages.
very aggressive.
Thanks.
What makes a real American? A cowboy hat, enjoying a fine T-bone steak, going to a baseball game, shooting a gun. Maybe it's the freedom to go into a poor country and tell them how to do things. Hey, those are all great qualities. But one thing that makes a true patriot is the ability to choose an American car. When you buy an import, you take a hot meal off a hard-working American's table. This poor girl is going...
Hey, Mario. What are you here about, Mario? You can't get easy.
Alright, I see.
Forget about it.
Show me what we got next. Okay. Voodoo, cumin herpes, caddy, baggage, Mr. Whoopi, and Pizza Boy.
You drunk or something? What's going on? Hey, what should I do about it?
But we need you. Think of yourself as a member of this station, except you aren't allowed in the doors. That's an important metaphor for life.
Yes, how wonderful would it be to own an hour
We'll
of
get
this
one of them
radio
fucking
station?
luggage
We just
thingies.
got an enormous pledge from Farewell Ranch. That's great. Farewell Ranch is a great place to take your loved one. Just dial 866-9-BURY-ME. Remember, VCPR is commercial and interest-free. Donate your money now. Let's get back to pressing issues.
Thank you, guys. So, we're back on Pressing Issues. Just one of many fine shows you'll hear if you have the patience to listen to public radio. Although thanks to the many awards we have won, Pressing Issues has extended playtime and climbing the broadcasting ladder at a rate of 6 knots. 6 years ago, I was a clown, and now I'm a success. Think about it. Imagine where I could be in 10 years. I could achieve anything. Anyway, morality. What is it? Why do we need it? Our
Yeah, this mission's actually a good way to make some money in the game.
To beat each other over the head
If
and
you don't
discover
want
how
to
to
cheat.
make meat to celebrate with afterwards. Then Columbus came over, shut down the Pilgrim discos. Why? All very confusing if you ask me. And you did. And I asked myself, that is a perfect subject for a region-wide discussion show, which is very lucky because I happen to host one. To discuss the subject of morality, we have firebrand preacher Pastor Richards, the head of the Pastor Richards Salvation Statue Organization, a group which plans to raise enough money to build a statue of Pastor Richards himself. We also have John Brown, leader of Moms Against Popular Culture, or MAP.
Okay, that's pretty much everything else is still on the list.
You got nerve, mister. I never ran.
Bring more nude recreation to Vice City. To protect the dignity of our other panelists, we place Mr. Larry Stark behind a divider.
I'm naked back here. It's my right as a person.
Yes. Let's start with the obvious, yes?
I'm sure I can find one of these cars over here.
Yes. You can't stop me.
Well,
The Cuban herpes or the
so I have to deal
the
with
other
this
one.
issue every day.
Here's a
My
herpes.
adorable-
Give me this herpes, you dirty motherfucker.
That's also the reason there are no mirrors in my house. Nudity leads to bad, naughty things.
Maurice, if I may interrupt, I haven't worn clothes since 1982. Clothes are seriously unnatural. Didn't you guys learn anything from the 60s? I had a revelation when I was in holiday in Germany. I'd always felt very constricted. Then it hit me like a slippery fish. Clothes are plain wrong. When you're born, you're not wearing any clothes. When you die, you're not wearing any clothes.
I'm going to have to interrupt you there. What if you die at work? What if an enormous piece of machinery falls on you while you're working?
Clothes lead to immorality. Nudity stops people from fighting.
Okay, Caddy, Mr. Whoopi, and Pizza Boy.
That's because you're a degenerate loony.
If the police were naked, it would set a great example to everyone. You can direct traffic and eat donuts entirely in the buff.
Maurice, this
Yeah,
kind
got
of
a fancy
immoral
place to hang
behavior
your
is
donuts.
exactly why I'm building the Pastor Richard Salvation statue. Noah had an ark, Texans had the Alamo, and I am building a highly fortified structure
Ouch.
in my image.
Where the hell am I going?
This
Oh, yeah.
50-story statue will be able
Cuban.
to deflect alpha, gamma, and beta
Not the
radiation.
Cuban, the other one.
The day is coming and coming soon where the artificial suns will rain down to punish the degenerates of this city. But you can save yourself. The Pastor Richard Salvation statue will be a completely self-sufficient
Always one of these
we
fucking
have canned
cars
food
over here.
rations, private living quarters, and enough supplies to survive happily.
I stole Madame Cleo's car.
Funding from NASA, we will equip this massive statue with rockets. So when the poopy hits the proverbial fan, we will load up the statue with all of the people who have saved themselves through generous
that's not so
donations,
bad.
blast into space, and colonize Saturn with a race of morally correct, affluent people ruled by me.
Will there be naked people?
No, turd brain. It's morally corrupt people like you we're shielding ourselves from. Liberals, degenerates, the Welsh. They're the ones responsible for the nightmare Vice City is today. The crime in the streets, the party, the children born out of wedlock to a future of hopelessness. Anyone who does not agree with me is mentally sick and should be shot, I'm afraid to say. We need to build a place to escape these transgressions.
Whew, that's extreme stuff, Pastor. But we'll leave amateur eugenics for a minute and ask our other panelists. Jan...
We got Pizza Boy, Caddy, and Mr.
These shoes are
Whoopi.
new. What'd you do that for? Easy. Hey. Look out. You drunk or something?
Traded Magellan and met some friendly natives that gave him supplies. Then he had to kill all of them. That's an important lesson about life. If you look at nature, you'll see many species that eat their children to protect them. This is especially true of hamsters. It's about putting the family first. That's really important to me, and where a lot of my morality
So we'll
comes
go look
from.
for the caddy
And if you don't
at the
like
golf
it,
course,
find
of
your own
course.
husband and stay away from mine, okay?
Okay, but excuse
It's
me
almost
if I
like the theme
sound
from Mr. Ed.
confused, but I don't think I understand.
Now, my morality ability comes from looking at history
I'm sure younger
and
people have
biology
no idea what
and
Mr.
working
Ed
out
is.
what's best
Oh
for
shit,
my
missed
kids
my
and
turn.
screw anyone else. That's what this country's all about. I mean, I saw the hippies. What a load of claptrap. What's your kid gonna do at a school with a name like Moonbeam or Wave or Horseradish or whatever they call them? How can you take your kid to a Little League game when you live in a communal farm growing drugs? It's awful. And that's what my life is about. Looking down on
Communal
others.
farm
Yes, I
growing
think
drugs.
I can see that now. Moving on. Pastor Richards, in your book, you talk about putting yourself first and how people should not make sacrifices or help those in need. Do you want to elaborate?
Oh, that's right. People need to learn how to take care of themselves and not depend on others.
Have an
If you
idea
read
whether it might
chapter
be one of
45 of
those?
my book, I talk about how being selfish is a virtue. The best thing you can do for someone that needs help is to tell them to help themselves. That builds moral character. Morality, Maurice. There's not much left.
Aww. No, not that.
Every 10 years, someone's invading, burning down their homes, and taking their toilet paper. Napoleon, Stalin, Attila the Hun, all of them. After you read my book, you will understand. I may have been born in the sea, but I'm no dummy.
Are we?
You can crash in my patch. Hey, man, how you doing? Check out
Rates are up. Standardized test scores are down. Vampire sightings at the mall. Can the family be saved? Or, to put it another way, if we're meant to be monogamous, why weren't we born already married? Jan, over to you.
Well, since I'm a happily married mother, I know the family unit is the basis of all society. Even when my husband is working late or away on an extended business trip to Hawaii with his secretary, I understand just how important the family unit is in life. He's working hard so I can get another station wagon with even more wood on it.
Go on. Tell me more about your family.
Oh, what the fuck? I'm on fire. I don't even have a goddamn golf cart here. That is some bullshit.
Not to blow my cover. So what's the name of your book? Yes, as mentioned hitherto, my book has a very, very obtuse title. Being and Singing.
Then you swore.
I'm sorry, it makes me so mad. I mean, what I heard my son, Patrick III, I heard him using slang words in the house the other day. Rad and cool and stick it. I mean, I beat him to within an inch of his life, and he will never make that mistake again. Americans should be spoken properly.
What?
No, don't interrupt me. I've got children, you know. Please. This is really important. It's about the family. Look. Nobody knows how to cook anymore. Nobody knows how to kill anymore. Nobody knows how to kill dinner. My daddy was a very wise man. Before that tractor pull accident, my daddy taught me how to slaughter a pig. That's very useful information. Oh, sure, I was
It's
a little
Willie the
nervous
cat.
at first.
No, he decided he didn't want to come over
with a
here.
fork and a fat sow and told me he'd be back in an hour for some fat back and hog joust. As a mother, I'm proud to say I throttled the life out of that little piggy. I did it for my family, and I'll do it again. Feeding the family is my job as a mother. Daddy earns money and goes away with a secretary, and Mommy provides dinner and keeps a brave face on things, even though her heart
Yeah,
is
Daddy earns money so you don't have to kill fucking animals. You can go to the grocery store and buy
I
food.
agree. Statistics show that families that spend time together naked are the best kinds of families. You see, social class distinctions disappear when everyone is naked.
I think it's just the Caddy and Mr. Whoopi. Yeah, caddy, Mr. Whoopi.
I'll find you something. Don't worry. Hey, yo, why you not me,
It's written, chapter 23, verse 5 of my book. He that gambles his money away is a fool, but he who believes in me will go to spend eternity in space with other affluent, well-to-do people. It's that...
Crazy, man. This is like my officina.
Drinking. Do people want to be moral? Can you legislate morality? Can we tell people how to live their lives?
Absolutely. Yes, of course I can. Just look at Prohibition or the Cultural Revolution in China. We can learn a lot from history. Chairman Mao or Stalin, they purged their lands of degenerates and intellectuals, the scum of the earth, rather. And look at the great societies they built. People want to be told how to act. And most people are idiots, and that's exactly who my teachings appeal to. This lawless, permissive society has no boundaries, and without boundaries, how do you know where the limits are? You have to know what's good and what's evil. You need someone to tell you so. Single moms have obese kids, it's a fact, while rich people have a lot of guilt unnecessarily,
that might be
in
a
my opinion.
golf cart.
I agree. I don't think these people understand just how hard it is to potty train. You have to give a treat when Precious makes it poopy. My kids are big-boned, and they eat prunes every day. But that's what's wrong with this country. All of this emphasis on being thin and healthy. When my children are hungry, I hand them a spear and send them out to the park to catch their own food. They're learning how to be self-sufficient. Yesterday, my youngest, Jono, killed the postman, but at least he was trying. So I gave him a cuddle, I told him to hit Daddy next time he comes home late smelling of cheap perfume.
Okay. It's time to take a break before we hear about any more criminal acts against government employees. You're listening to Pressing Issues. Morality is the subject at hand. Let's explain exactly how free radio without commercial breaks works. We'll be right back.
You're listening to VCPR. Finally.
Damn you, chicken.
Go snort your pixie stick.
That's some cedar. She loves me.
Oh, this don't really go nowhere.
You clothes so many
Too many chicas, man. You like that? Look at my ass.
Totally wipe out. Stephanie, sushi, whatever. You could, like, say sorry.
Or dialectical
Do a lot of
materialism.
things.
Isn't it pleasant to have a patronizing voice on the radio?
That's right, Michelle. With the way things are going under Reagan, at any moment the unwashed Huns from the Midwest could descend upon Vice City and enslave the poets and postal workers and force us to watch network programming.
That is a frightening thought. But like many things in life, you can throw money at something and feel better about yourself. VCPR is your public radio station, but you have to open your wallets.
That's right. If you pledge at the $1,000 level, you'll get tickets for In the Future There Will Be Robots at the Vice City Health Center.
People who see that show say it's difficult to put into English. That must mean it's spectacular.
Yes, but if you don't give money to VCPR, we could be thrown back to the Stone Age. Liberals will be set on fire in the streets. Give now. Let's return to Pressing Issues. Over to you, Maurice, in the studio. Useless, talentless.
I love those guys. Really professional and living proof that all of the best talent isn't on commercial networks. These people do it for love because they have integrity, just like me. We're back with Pressing Issues. I'm Maurice Chavez, winner of 5 public radio awards in the Vice City area, including Best Voice. On this show, we take complex issues and boil them down to simple ones you can understand. On this segment of the show, we are discussing morality. Since the beginning of time, man has asked questions. Why are we here? What time is it? And is there a place around here a guy can get a drink? Only man singing in Cave of Las Gaules in France questioned the morality of making the mammoth extinct. I think we all know what happened there. Is it society's job to tell each other how to live? Recently, Vice City considered passing a public curfew that says nobody can be on the streets after 8:30.
I've heard it all before, pal.
I don't like guys in you. Now piss off! Jumping up and down.
Oh my goodness. Get back behind the divider. Please, I'm married.
What's so wrong with me? Why do you hate me because I'm happy? Jan, give me a hug. I won't hurt you. And by the sound of things, your husband is doing the same right now with his secretary.
No, we've worked through it. He was stressed. It's hard keeping a family together these days.
Everyone, take your clothes off and feel what it's like to be
No,
free of
he was
bondage.
stressed.
Everyone out there in Vice City, take your clothes off. If this is the land of the free, let's start with our pants. Feel the wind from the air conditioning. Oh, a breeze is so liberating.
Thanks very much. Now, if you could get back behind that divider, Barry, please. Otherwise, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Thank you. Now sit down. On pressing issues, we think it is very important to respect one another. To treat each other like we would like to be treated.
I want a hug.
If you don't like the United States, son, why don't you move to Russia? I don't understand.
No wonder you ended up being a cop.
He's going down right
What
now.
the fuck?
You morons still learn nothing.
I've been trying to get paid. See him. He's out of control. Here you are.
I really think there must be some mistake.
Give now. Call 866-9-SAVE-ME. We'll get you on the payment plan, and if you're paid in full on D-Day, you and your family will be safe. If not, you may have to choose to save yourself and leave the others behind.
Hey, stop selling things on my show.
I did your wife, you poor bastard.
Good, now they'll go away. Even though I hate this outfit. Ah, here we are.
Take it. I hate this thing anyway.
Being like Nude Boy over there or working in radio. I want them to get proper jobs, like being a doctor, not a patient.
That is offensive. My mother understood I was special. She made me wear a bonnet as a child, and when I demanded to go to school naked, she was fine with it. After social services moved me, she would still write to me. I still remember when she kissed me goodbye.
But Barry, earlier you said you discovered naturism, taking your clothes off, whatever it is in German.
I know, but I lie a lot. I've got a lot of personal issues. Look at me. Please, Maurice, I need a hug.
There's another example of immorality in this city. Public showing of affection. People think we want to see them making out and carrying on. I understand your hormones rage like a wild animal, and you want to ravage one another like there's no tomorrow, but you have to ignore what your body is telling you and work for a higher calling, like construction. We're building a statue, and we need your help. Call me now.
You know, pretty soon you won't be able to tell who's a human and who's an android. Why, the corporation is working on it right now. I know, I read about it. I tell my kids not to kiss other kids at school. It might be an android, suck your brains out. You must have seen the miniseries of that on television. I read it in a book. We've got to stop looking at the stars, all this science fiction, and focus on the family. Now, if you really want to dance like you're on the moon, go there and leave us in peace. And that's a fact.
What's a fact?
I'm sorry, Maurice, but I have
That
to tell
is.
you, I moved to Florida to bring my kids up the American way in a theme park. And that's just the kind of person I am, opinionated and moronic.
I see. Well, this panel is certainly interesting. The issue is morality. Recently, rock artists joined together to provide famine aid to Alaska with the song Do They Know
Oh,
It's the
Mr.
4th of July?
Whoopi, the only one
Critics
left.
Gonna start building Excuse me.
Richard Salvation statue, but I digress and plunge.
Stop doing
Don't
that.
interrupt me, boy. Anywho, I address the Alaska issue in chapter 23 of my book. You see, the Alaskans are lunatics, plain and simple. They eat whale in snow and are asleep in the freezer. Who wants to eat snow every day? Oh, I tried to help. I I sent a helicopter with copies of my book, but
I'm
they
gonna go
burned
buy
them in a
the
pile for heat. If the people of Alaska choose to live there,
ice
let
cream
them.
place, but I'm not gonna do the ice cream
When
missions
you're
yet.
tired of eating penguin and it
I'm
snows
just gonna take the
18
car.
feet a day.
Yes, but don't you think it's
I
important?
think it's very important to listen to me, young man. That's what makes the state of Florida great.
Who are you?
Your new owner.
Were you now or at any time a child?
Wasn't everybody, lady?
Still, no, I think it was good money ice cream.
DJ's used autos. I'm tackling low prices with hot cars.
If for some reason you'd like to speak to Michaela Crapper, just give her a call on K-Chat. Who's on the line?
Michaela, hi. Peace, sister. I'm wearing trousers. I haven't shaved or waxed in 9 months. I left my silver heart behind. Now I'm living in a commune with a series of life partners, having quite simple, amazing experiences. I got my inspiration from a lecture you gave last year. Thank you so much. You taught me a lot.
Yes, good, sweetheart. But ask yourself, are you doing enough? It sounds to me like you're living a lie. Your life is still very man-centric. You're still justifying yourself by the I am not, rather than the I am principle. I mean, really, you might as well make his bed and clean his litter.
This is the last one.
It's half-hearted fools like you who give...
You can do a mission where you sell ice cream too with this thing, but I just didn't feel like doing it right at the moment. I'll do it next time I stream this.
She's always giving me a hard time. Hey, what are you doing? I never asked your sister out, man. I told myself, Mari, give me a break. Oh, you have it.
Yep, that's all of them.
Forget about it. I wouldn't do that. What's going on?
And this dreadful begathon.
Here's a $10 pledge from Fran in Little Havana. Wow, you think she could have given more than that?
Yes, mean bitch. I hope she dies an agonizing death.
Absolutely, Michelle. And remember,
Damn.
if you want us to wish you well, dig deep and dig soon.
That's right.
Just because she didn't give enough.
Could vote to end our funding. That's why you should give now.
Correct. Next week is Environmental Week, sponsored
I'm
by
gonna do the
Matsu
rampage
and the
over
Vice
here.
City Power Corporation. And next month, we're celebrating Proust's influence on Vice City in association with the Degenitron. But for now, let's return to pressing issues. Remember, VCPR is an advertising-free zone, much like the...
I need the money.
That was fun.
This looks real bad.
No problem. Move that piece of shit off the crosswalk. You ain't try that again,
Well, that was fun. Oh, I should have went to the boatyard real quick. I think I got time.
Give me a break. What you doing? Better tell him, Mario. Hey, Mario.
Oh, god damn it, I didn't want to do
I
that.
don't want my kids to go to a public high school.
Oh, well.
Instead, we have a prom each year in my living room.
And that leads to my next question.
People in high school in Chile are all naked.
So this was going to take a boat back to the island.
I try to be fair, I try to be kind, but you are a freak and a liar and wasting everybody's time. The organs below the belt are for reproduction and removing of bodily waste. There's no reason that when I go to buy a soda or a transmission, I need to be distracted by your privates dangling about. Now, when I go to the store to buy an air conditioning filter, I'd rather not have to look at your moneymaker, amigo. I'm glad you are proud of it. But when people of Vice City are in a quickie mart, they should be able to have a simple financial transaction
That was
without
interesting.
seeing your fire hose. Are you with me?
Sorry, Maurice.
That's okay.
His fire horse.
Behave. I think the sun must have got to you or something.
Yes, maybe that's it.
Maurice, if I may, you have a fine show here, and I'm glad to be on it. But everyone
Even though I
within
got
the
the
sound
slower
of my
boat, I
voice
probably
and
beat my
smell
time
will
from the last
die in the
time.
fires of doom. It is written. TV is trash, radio is trash, our newspapers are run by Canadians with an agenda. Our very way of life is threatened. We formed this great state to play golf, and I'll be damned if any weirdo hippies are going to tell us we can't fill in wetlands and make a home for ourselves, complete with 18-hole championship standard courses and selective admission. Heathens will ruin the land. Acid will rain from the skies. We'll never hear my voice again. It will be anarchy.
TV teaches immorality. Refugees, glue, the price of tea in China. How can we raise children in this environment? My little
Shit,
boy
wrong
asked
turn.
me the other day, Mommy, are unicorns real? What am I supposed to say to that? Do I lie and make myself as bad as the boy's father? Or do I break the little boy's heart and ruin his life so that he ends up a nudist or a freak or something?
It's a difficult question, Jack. A very difficult question. Is it right to lie?
Clothes are a lie, Maurice.
No, Barry. Clothes are a way of keeping warm and not getting arrested.
No policeman has ever hit me with his truncheon.
I'd like to hit you back to hell, you sicko. You're filth. Human form of vermin.
I guess after I do this, I can go back to where I wanted to go.
And garden parties, and everyone coming 3 times a day to my statue to pay homage.
Pastor Richards, as a human being, I have to say I find your philosophy or cult or whatever it is utterly and completely appalling.
Why, thank you. I knew you'd understand.
I mean, you seem to want to build a religion
I
around
get more
yourself
money?
and some 1950s vision of America. It's the 1980s, man.
Interesting.
And one-man worship me cults are not allowed, my friend.
Exactly. As I say in the great book, many a call, but unless you have a good credit rating, go screw yourself. You'll burn in hell.
Ay, por favor, shut up. Barry, what are you doing?
I'm lonely, Maurice. Lonely, and I need some bodily contact.
Get back behind that panel.
Don't be shy. Please. We've all got one. That means I'm happy.
Hey, stay away from me. I'm a celebrity.
Oh, good Lord.
Hide yourself, boy. I warn you, I'm armed and I'm not afraid to use it.
We've all got one. Look how free I am. Fan feels so good. I feel you.
Hey, Pastor Richards, please, put the gun away. Put it away.
No, I am the sole judge of truth and decency. Get back, heathen. Get back.
I love you all.
Evildoer, die, devil, die.
Ow!
Dios Dios mío, you shot him! There's blood and pubic hair all over the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, it is complete pandemonium here on Pressing Issues with me, the multi-award winning and soon-to-be executed Maurice Chavez. Barry? Are you okay?
I'm so freaking lost, it's not even funny.
Good. I need mouth to mouth. Maurice, please. I might die.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm only doing this to save your life. I don't want to.
Thanks. I'm getting cold. Quickly. It's okay.
Get off of me! I'm happily divorced!
Shall I send him to hell, Maurice?
Yes! I mean, no! No, you psychotic lunatic! Put that gun away! Don't point it at me!
For your what, son? You think I'm scared of your conventional lily-livered morality? You think you can tell me what to do? You think it's wrong for me to have 5 concubines to spread my genes, or to use money from the statue for building my own palace in Hawaii? You think that's wrong, do you, son? Do you, huh?
No, Mr. Pastor. It's all right. I think it's very right.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for now. You know, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that shit. I will be back at some point tomorrow, so thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you then.